Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Joan Vassos set up Golden Bachelorette men with her eliminated friends. Joan Vassos has already taken action and set up the Golden Bachelorette men with Jerry Turner's rejects. Viewers have long been saying that many of them would make a good match. Now, she is further proving that theory. So how many connections has she made so far? Keep reading for more details. Joan Vassos set up Golden Bachelorette men with Jerry's exes. Since the first season of The Golden Bachelorette began, viewers could see some of the men with other ladies, particularly those from Jerry Turner's Golden Bachelor season, as some mirrored one another. Fans immediately started matchmaking night one in the mansion. They knew not every man would be right for Joan Vassos, but there were a plethora of women that had experience with the show. Here are some suggestions. So couplings had been made, but it was up to Joan to work her magic and connect her friends with some suitors. First, though, she had to eliminate many of them to allow them to find love elsewhere. Joan started out with 24 men who became very close friends and is down to 3. Guy Gansert, Chalk Chapel, and Pascal Ibe. That means that there are 21 eligible bachelors and the ladies of Jerry Turner's season, perfect for a mixer. However, according to Life and Style, Joan Vassos has already started the matchmaking process. She has technically set up 2 couples, but shared the fate of how that is going. Joan then went on to add she had one that's about to happen. Unfortunately, Joan remained tight-lipped as to who these couples were. Hopefully, she will spill the tea during the Men Tell All special or at the finale. More to come. Right now, there are 21 eligible men, but there could soon be 23. Joan Vassos just had her hometown dates and has 3 men remaining. She eliminated Jordan Heller after the hometowns as she did not think he gave enough. However, Joan still does not seem completely ready to be in a relationship after losing her husband in 2021. The final 3, and Joan will jet off to an exotic island on the Wednesday, October 30th episode of The Golden Bachelorette. That will determine who she chooses to give the final rose to. Joan Vassos may have left hearts broken and roses unclaimed on The Golden Bachelorette, but she's not done playing matchmaker just yet. In a bold and unexpected twist that no one saw coming, not even Jess Palmer, Joan has flipped the script on reality romance by playing Cupid for her cast-offs and her closest friends. And yes, there's champagne, sparks, and drama worthy of a Bachelor Mansion sequel. After weeks of emotional hometowns, seaside horseback rides, and enough tearful goodbyes to fill a Nicholas Sparks novel, Joan came to a realization. Just because she wasn't falling in love with everyone didn't mean they didn't deserve love. And what better way to keep the roses blooming than to bring in a few fierce, fabulous women from her own circle? Enter Joan's Golden Circle, a hand-picked group of her real-life besties and former contestants who'd been eliminated early in the season. Some were fan favorites with unfinished stories, and others, well, let's just say America wanted a second chance to see what could have been. The result was an impromptu spin-off within a spin-off. Golden Bachelorette, Second Bloom. Joan kicked off her matchmaking scheme at the now iconic Golden Garden Party, where the remaining bachelors thought they were just gathering for a classy farewell toast. Instead, the men arrived to find Joan beaming in a rose-red power suit, flanked by 5 dazzling women who looked like they stepped out of a timeless fashion magazine. And not a single one was holding a rose. Not yet, at least. I realized something, Joan announced with a twinkle in her eye. Just because our journey didn't end together doesn't mean it can't lead you to someone special. So I brought some very important people here today, people who are still looking for love, and I think you might just find what you've been searching for. Cue the gasps. Cue the stunned applause. Cue the slow sips of champagne by men who had no idea what was happening. Among the women Joan introduced was Patricia, a spunky 61-year-old chef who was eliminated week 2 but became a viral sensation after her one-liner about shrimp cocktail sent TikTok into a frenzy. There was also Linda, Joan's lifelong friend and retired travel agent, who looked every bit the leading lady as she strutted down the walkway to flirt with Guy Gansard, the widowed teacher America had fallen in love with. Oh, and let's not forget Cynthia, the Yobit instructor with a tragic backstory and a wicked sense of humor, who immediately caught the attention of Mark Anderson. Yes, that Mark, the fan favorite who said he joined the show to heal, but ended up causing a love triangle more tangled than a bird's nest. What followed was nothing short of golden chaos. "I came here for Joan," Mark whispered to Jesse during a confessional. "But now I'm realizing Joan might have just been the bridge to someone else." The noon matchups caused waves among the remaining contestants. Richard, a stoic former Navy officer, was blindsided when he realized Patricia had more chemistry with him in 5 minutes than Joan had in 5 weeks. Meanwhile, Eli, the silver-haired winemaker, seemed less interested in new love and more focused on warning the new ladies about the minefield of Bachelor Nation heartbreak. But Joan was undeterred. She even offered the ultimate twist. Any couple who made a connection during her matchmaking weekend would receive an all-expenses-paid getaway to one of the filming locations she visited during the season. "I believe in love," she said, "and sometimes love just needs a second chance, or a second date with someone totally unexpected." What started as a grand gesture quickly turned into a full-blown romance experiment. Joan hosted speed dating events under the stars, heartfelt bonfire chats, and even a group cooking class where sparks and garlic butter flew. But with every rose comes a thorn. Some fans noticed that not everyone was thrilled with Joan's surprise. Pascal Adi, the charismatic salon owner and early frontrunner, appeared blindsided. "It's like we're being replaced," he said bitterly. "Was this ever about us?" Others questioned whether Joan's matchmaking motives were entirely pure. After all, was she just trying to wrap up her season on a high note? Or was this her way of avoiding a final commitment? Still, most viewers embraced the chaos with open arms, and hashtags like #GoldenWingWoman and #SecondBloomLove began trending. ABC producers, reportedly blindsided by Joan's independent move, are already considering a standalone series featuring her golden circle and the men they didn't get to love the first time around. One particularly memorable moment came when Joan's friend Diana, a sassy widow with a love of Broadway, serenaded retired pilot Fred during karaoke night with a jazzy rendition of "Fly Me to the Moon." By the end of the night, they were holding hands and holding court as the new fan favorites. In her final monologue, Joan reflected on her decision. "Not every journey ends with a proposal," she said. "But every journey can end with growth, joy, and a new beginning. I didn't find my forever here, but maybe I helped someone else find theirs." Cue the slow piano music. Cue the tears. Cue Joan Vassos, America's golden matchmaker, trending for the 3rd night in a row. In a season filled with unexpected twists, Joan's decision to bring in her eliminated friends and create opportunities for the men she didn't choose might go down as the most iconic Golden Bachelorette moment yet. It was classy, chaotic, and, above all, filled with heart. And as fans continue to debate which couple will last, one thing's for sure: Joan Vassos may not have handed out the final rose, but she gave everyone a reason to believe in love again. Would you watch Golden Bachelorette, Second Bloom?